right, you guys. So I'm here with Sean and Mark. They're an alt-pop duo under the name Wolves. They got a new song coming up called Prime Time, releasing April 2nd. What's happening, Wolves?
What's up?
What's up? How are you?
Hey, thank you guys for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man. So we originally started off as a three-piece group. It was Mark and I, and then our friend Rocky, who also amazing producer, songwriter, drummer. I mean, multi-instrumentalist guy. Really added a lot. I mean, to the group. And we came a long way with him. We released a couple projects that were pretty successful, at least at that point in my career. It was
what year was this? If
shit.
you could walk me through the timeline.
Mark, what was that? Like 2016 we started?
Yeah, that's about 2016. And so Sean met Rocky a year before at ASCAP, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you met him a year before at ASCAP, and then I met Rocky while I was bartending in Hollywood at Dave & Buster's. So Rocky was down there he was getting hammered and shit, and we were talking shit to each other about music. And
Nice.
yeah, then he and I started working together on a few things, like for songwriter and producer, used to try to pitch to other people. And then
Absolutely.
I just told him I just asked him, I said, hey man, I've been wanting to do a band for years. And me and him have some chemistry. And then he said, cool, I got this one guy, Sean, I want to bring him into the mix. What do you think about that? I said, that's cool, and then enter Sean. And the first song that we did out the gate was Animal, which is like probably one of our most streamed songs right now, and it's been synced on Target, Masterclass,
Radio play.
It's been well.
It was a huge boost in our career, just like right off the bat. And again, the first song we ever did. And as we were talking about earlier, it's like you release a song, you never know what's going to happen a couple years from now. Literally, like 6 months ago, it was in a Target commercial, and we wrote this song 4 years ago. Like, all right, cool.
Wow.
It's just so wild.
And how long was it out streaming for? For 4 years as well? You guys had it available to be heard for 4 years?
Yeah, just
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess about 4 years now it's been out.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that, you guys. So, you know what? Sometimes a song sits and 4 years later, it'll be in a Target commercial. Hey,
Yeah,
big
man.
ups to you guys, man. So you've had lots of success, and this band has been around for a while. Your group has been formed for a couple of years now. It's not new, but you guys have had lots of success over the years.
Thank you. We're just we just try to stay humble, man. Keep our heads down, keep working, and just try to have fun with all this, man.
Mike, how'd you end up in LA, man? You've been in LA for how long now?
I've been in LA. It'll be 8 years in May, and I'm born and raised in Chicago. I went to college in Mississippi. I went to HBCU actually, Russ College. Shout out to Russ College, and I pledged Phi Beta Sigma, Blue Phi. Shout out to the frat out there, and
Right.
and then graduated. Lived in Memphis for like 5 years, and I was working, and so I started doing music in college when I was 19. That's when I was like really for real about music. That's when I first started songwriting, and then through that time, and I was in Memphis, I was working on music, kind of owning my craft. But I was working with kids as a residential counselor, kids that had like at group homes, and kids that had mental and behavioral issues. And then I moved to LA because I felt like while Memphis was cool, I had a bunch of friends and people down there. I was getting really comfortable, and it wasn't like the scene musically that I knew that I needed to be in. I love Memphis, but I just knew I needed to, come to LA. It was between LA and Atlanta, and even though I didn't really, the first time I came out here was when I moved out here. I drove out here, and I was like fucking crashing out on my cousin's couch for a while. Shout out to Shami, much love, cuz, and that's when I started, bartending.
You made it happen, man. You came out here, you drove out here, and you said, you know what, I'm going to just come out here. I don't know what's going to happen, how we're going to figure it out, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, and within the first week, I did get a job. That's how I knew it was like a God thing. Like I was supposed to be out here.
One
And
week. Some people take 6 months. They're like, I just moved. When'd you move? 6 months ago. You took a
right,
week
right.
to get a job, man. Look at you. You're a mover, man. You make things happen.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. I can't take that credit like that. I just knew that when I was leaving Memphis, a wave of relief and was like, yes, you're making the best decision. Like, I get the chills right now. You're making the best decision. Yes, you're supposed to go this fucking way. And so I've been here for 8 years, and in between that time, I've had some hard knocks to really put me on my ass, to, humble me. In fact, I think like everyone, you come here with a chip on your shoulder sometimes, thinking you're the shit, and you're gonna come and take them by storm, and then you realize you're gonna enter a storm that you weren't prepared for, and that's what happens. And then
You go through the meat grinder.
yeah, man, but you come out, and
You come out stronger.
yeah, exactly. The hardest thing is staying out in LA. If you can figure that out, and you just chill and you just cool, and you're not trying to flex on people, you're gonna be fine.
Stay humble. Let your work speak for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's been a pleasure to meet a whole bunch of people that have been helping me get better with my craft. A bunch of people, like, Alien, a homeboy Dre Knight, Cairo. It's a bunch of people, and it's a bunch of people that are responsible for, shit. I've learned so much from Rocky and Sean, Wolves, and just so many people, So yeah, that's my journey. And then obviously Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Queen, all those people, Coldplay. They're big influential, artists.
Nice. Can we give some shout outs to anybody who we want to shout out?
Shout out to my mom, to my family. Shout out to all my people in LA, all my people down Chicago, to Atlanta, everybody that knows Mark Avery, that knows me, everybody. That
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How about you, Sean?
Yeah, man, I came out to LA with a similar vision and a similar dream. I actually grew up in LA, around the Venice area, so like really early on, exposed to the surfing, skateboarding community and culture.
Nice.
And so I kind of grew up being, that little street rat kid just doing kickflips and shit. And
That's awesome, man. Venice, that makes so much sense. You got that vibe, like waves and beach vibes. It's like everything's cool.
surf trap vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You can't fabricate that, man. That's awesome.
It's nice, man. And then I spent a lot of time in Michigan. I spent high school and college in Michigan.
From Venice to Michigan.
Yeah, man, just had some family things go down, and ended up kind of on different sides of the country. But man, I mean, just the experience I got from leaving my home and being comfortable and just having to go out into the world and make new friends like over and over again kind of really, they boosted my confidence and also allowed me to realize like that I need to connect with people, and it was like really, it was sink or swim sometimes too, man. Like, because you gotta like if you don't have friends in high school, it's tough. It's tough. So that, I feel like that experience has made me very social, and I have no problems like talking to people, walking up to people on the street, at the skate park, like wherever, and just saying what's up.
Because of you having to adapt to your environment from all this moving around and encountering new environments.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
awesome, man. And is that how you discovered music as well? Were you just like, you know what? I'm always on the move and things are just not so stable from an outside perspective, but what can be something is like an instrument, making music. Was that how old were you when you first discovered, was it guitar? Was that the first thing?
Yeah, guitar was the first thing when I was around 17. Kind of a late start for, I don't know, any like professional like musicians out there, but whatever. But yeah, man, one of the most attractive things about music, and especially the guitar, is the social element, man. If you're playing a guitar, 9 times out of 10 you're playing with a drummer, a bass player, another guitarist, a singer, and those guys are your friends. And so like if you're playing an instrument and if you're playing a group, like you have friends. And like we used to just, like, high school would be skating every day for like 2 hours. Then we'd come back, everyone would have a guitar out, and we just like jamming, fucking doing whatever, you know.
Not only that, but you're doing such an awesome thing within the group, making music. You know, it's not like you're on the streets up to stuff, up to no good. You're on, you know, you're like you're making good music, and that's the really cool thing. You know, for me, that's really helped with music and skateboarding. You know, keeping you off the streets. You have an activity to sort of zero in on and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
Yeah,
And,
man.
and,
And push yourself and and lift those people up around you. You know, that's a big part of it. Skateboarding and music, man. It's like you're constantly developing, constantly, uh, you know, and people who are hanging with you. This is the other thing too, man. Like as far as music goes, like I'm really looking for situations, especially in LA, because they're easy to find, where I'm the worst in the room. I'm the worst in the room. I'm sitting around people, and I'm going, how the fuck can somebody be that good? Like how?
Right.
And the more time, the more hours, the more days I spend with somebody like that, I just try to like just take a little bit of that, you know, juice that.
yeah. You never get a little bit of analyzation, paralyzation from that. You know, sometimes it's just like you can't fake the funk. What makes you you is what makes it or go. You know what I mean? The more you kind of evaluate like that, you start to just break it down from one piece to 10 pieces to 1,000 to 1,000,000, right? And at the end of the day, you can't fake the funk, man. James Brown was who he was because he did what he did. You know, he had to dance for a living when he was like 8 years old to make a living.
He's a legend, bro. James Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
dynamite.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like, and then I find myself when I'm in these situations where I'm hanging with people who are just way above my level, is I try to stick to my strengths and see how, you know, see how you can fit in and see how you can complement and also just lift up everybody um, around you, you know, and just fucking just go for it, I guess.
Learning to shut the fuck up, basically,
Yes,
and just be a
that's
sponge,
a big one, dude.
like Mega Man. You know.
Only speak when you got something to say. Like that's
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you surround yourself with people who you say are more intelligent, more talented, more inspirational than you. You know, it sounds like by your definition, you know, you like to surround yourself with inspirational, hardworking people, and you're just there to soak it all in.
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's
You know, you are the one of 5 people you hang out with, right? Isn't that what they say? You're like 20% of the 5 people you hang out with. So
100%.
Yeah.
absolutely. You know, can we talk a little bit about the mind diet? How are you guys keeping the mind diet healthy? You know, you guys both look like healthy gentlemen from the outside perspective. How about from the inside perspective? How are you guys keeping that mind healthy?
It's actually really funny, man. I wanted to tell you about this because when I ran into you the other day, I didn't have social media on my phone, and I've been taking just here and there, especially because we got a release coming up. It's like I've just been like, okay, cool. I'm on social media for like an hour a day, half hour a day, and then that shit's coming off my phone, and I'm just gonna just step away. And like it doesn't happen.
Mhm.
It doesn't happen every week, but just every once in a while when I'm like, all right, I know I gotta focus. I know that social media is a personal distraction for myself, and
I think for a lot of people.
for fucking everybody, man. Especially during COVID, man. They got you glued to your phone, like not to be whatever.
It's a machine that's working, and right now they got it working on overtime, man. They got the super engine in it. They put the supercharger when this whole thing took place because they knew all of our eyeballs were going to be on it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Exactly.
As far as my mind diet, my physical really enhances my mind diet. Like if I'm active and I'm like working out, doing yoga, you know, I'm eating well, I'm not drinking and smoking as much, you know, my mind it really accelerates. It's like I know when it's game time, when it's go time, like Sean and I, we had a session with Cairo, and I told him, I said, it's nice to have some sessions where it's like our music, you know, that we're writing, we're playing for keeps. Because it's one thing when we're just like experimenting, we're just like whatever. But we know when we work with certain people, we ain't fucking around. We here to make it happen. You know what I mean? And that kind of switch, that shift and change, you know, I've been kind of feeling like, you know, you gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So it's like that physical component for me, it does a lot. It helps my mental when it comes to writing, like if we're talking about writing things that, let's say we wanted to be more towards sports or something motivational or something more towards, you know, gaining or overcoming something. If I'm doing something physical in that sense, that definitely ties into it. It's like, you know, I mean, you put your head is in that space.
Let's talk about that physical then, man. How do you keep that physical? What are you doing? You going to the gym? You doing a house routine? How you keeping that physical in shape?
Right now, I do a house routine. I bought like some equipment, like a dip bar,
a pull-up bar, a little push-up bar. What you got?
Well, yeah, we got a pull-up bar for sure. But I bought like the dip bar that you have. I bought like the medicine ball, and my roommate actually he has some concrete fucking dumbbells, so that's cool too.
Ooh,
so yeah,
nice.
I mean, yeah, the gym is about to open back up, so I'm definitely. Well, it is open, so I'm about to go back. But out here has been like crazy lines, so I might have to wait. Wait
you got a Rocky Balboa style right now.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm fine with. You know what I mean? It's no big deal. Yeah.
There's something to somebody who can make it work. Them if you got nothing, like you said, you got some concrete dumbbells, you got dip bar, you got pull up bar. What else you need, man? Get to work.
Yeah, I got jump rope, so that helps. I do jump rope and singing. I'm about to start back doing that again. But I just been hitting with the jump rope and normal jump rope lately. So.
Very nice, guys. All right. And how about Wolves? How did we get to the name Wolves? Anyways, let's talk about the origin of the name.
We were beginning the band, and I had like a list of names, and the one that I had on there that I actually wrote in capital letters, all caps to begin with, was Wolves. And I think I brought it up to Shine and Rocky, and they were like, yeah. And it wasn't really anyone that had the name at the time, or you know, yeah, it was available for the most part, and yeah, and it just stuck because it was the three of us come from different ways and different ways of life, and coming together as one, like a pack. You know what I mean? So with that pack mentality, you know, you take the goal of the pack, and we always used to say, you know, we don't have any egos here. It's about the song. The song is the goal. What's good for the art? You know, we not just and we don't disrespect each other. You know what I mean? I can't really think about any time that we've ever like gotten at each other like in a rude or disrespectful manner. You know what I mean? And so that is always just as men. You know, as human beings. You know, we just have respect for one another, and we try to make ourselves the example. Because not to be whatever, but I'm black, Sean's white. Rocky was mixed. Rocky's mixed, you know me, but we're diversity, and we didn't know each other from shit, and now just like my brother, you know what I mean, and we just respect each other. So we like to be the example for people in that sense too. So that's even
just where you guys grew up too, because Chicago and Venice and Michigan, like even just that, you know, Chicago is East Coast.
Yeah, pretty much.
East Coast flavor, West Coast flavor.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like your setup, Sean. You got the skateboard, you got the sick ass Telecaster with like the blue on blue.
Yeah, bro.
With like,
I'll show you this guy. I've been designing some of my own skateboards recently, and kind of just getting into it, man. I'm not so much skateboarding anymore, and I'm just kind of getting into more of the design aspect of it. And we are fortunate enough to just have a sick logo that we slap on anything, and it looks fucking legit. So this is
you have a full-on skate team, basically. I mean, you're making skateboards, bro.
I'm making skateboards
and merch.
Yeah, and merch for sure.
Bro, you guys are a full running skate team, man. You guys are a skate team. If you want one, obviously, I don't think that's the direction you're going. You got a
But
skate team, bro.
It's something I've thought about for sure. Like, I'm meeting dope skateboarders like you to be like, all right, like, how can I hook up just people that I think are super dope and like get them skateboard designs that really work for what tricks they're trying to pull off, and also just customize shit so it just is as dope as possible. Like,
but I don't know if this is what you mean, Tony. But I mean, like, for instance, like, I see Sean sponsoring his own skate team, like, later on. You know what I mean? Like, you know how, like, LeBron has a fucking soccer team and shit like that? Like,
absolutely,
these sports teams, like, you can have your own, like, skate squad, bro.
I've thought about this, and I don't think it's too far away, to be honest. Like,
I say you do, man. I say you do. It'll bring more recognition and more exposure, right, to the brand. Anyways, at the end of the day, all that organic reach. You guys got stickers and stuff.
Yeah, man, we got all kinds of stuff.
So that's really awesome, man. That you guys have that whole business end kind of. Who handles all that, man? Because you got stickers, you got skateboards, you got sweaters, you have merch. You know, you got all that stuff covered, bro. As far as merch goes, no questions asked. We got you covered.
I'll say we both kind of. It's a team effort. Sean he's the skater, so he knows like the skate side of it. But I'm into fashion. So I got the design side of things, and when it comes to like the clothing and all those other things,
skateboarding and fashion intertwine.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like we're really looking inside ourselves and seeing what excites us and where our passions lie, and then trying to bring that to the music and all these different cultures that have crossed over the years, like skateboarding, fashion, basketball, filmmaking, like all these things that we can combine to create our own brand. Like, that is exactly how we're approaching it right now, and it's super fun. It's very fun.
Yeah, man. I was go ahead.
You go ahead, man. You go ahead.
I was gonna say Wolves has actually been the catalyst for me to do a lot of things that I kind of always wanted to do, and never really. I kind of wanted to wait, or I had a reason why I didn't want to do them. Like, now it's like, just the whole fact that Wolves became a thing, it just made me want to do something out of the box and differently. Because, like Sean he said, like directing, for instance. Like, I wanted to start directing and filmmaking, and even me getting into acting was because we were in Wolves. It was like, why are you waiting? It's like, you're doing some of the best shit right now that's in front of you because you took a chance. So, like, it really gave me like a lot of confidence to try to do a lot of things that weren't just only music, you know, and like what Sean said, to mix the two, to marry the two.
Absolutely. And then the fact that you guys can get along and make that happen is good enough too, because, you know, sometimes when you're running, especially an up and coming band and a fashion group, you guys are running multiple things. It's not just a band. You're running pretty much like a whole brand. You got like a whole operation running. So it's awesome that you guys are able to make that happen really organically, it looks like. So big respects.
Thank you, brother.
We've been really lucky to have a lot of help along the way too, man.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just us, man. We've got very hardworking homies behind the scenes and not behind the scenes. Our friend Cairo, we have 2 EPs out with him, and it's very like sports related, basketball oriented, skateboarding oriented. Style music, and we've been really lucky, man. Cairo's put together some incredible stuff with us, and we just recently got a big NBA placement for the NBA Finals. We were on like one of the main commercials. This thing was coming on like all day, every day, and it leads
on ABC, ESPN, TNT.
Wow! And it leads in with our song, and we were just so pumped up like every time it came on.
Bro, that's insane. And was that just through connections? Did you guys push for that? Walk me through that, man.
We have a strong team, like Sean was saying, that it's not all us, like behind the scenes, like Offstream Music Group, shout out to them. They're huge for us. Like, that's how we met with Cairo. He's a producer over there. And so the song was excellent off the Welcome to the Top EP we have with Cairo. And I guess they set that up and whatever. And they used it as the promo for like a couple weeks. And then on the day of the All-Star game, they had this thing with David Banner, and they actually used the actual song. So it was like it was cool. It was really dope. The video was on our social media too.
Wow, there we go, man. It's all covered. It's all covered.
It's sick. We've had a couple cool placements like that. NBC. We were on Songland, the show. What was that? About a year and a half ago now, and that was a huge opportunity for us. In fact, we still have people reaching out to us about the song. We just had an email come in like last night, like, "Hey, I really connected with this song." Like, what? Like, so nuts.
That's the crazy thing about putting out songs. For you, they could be old, but some people just discover them, and then it's like, boom, we're ready to we're restarting with the discovery process of the track. You know what I mean? Like, people are just finding it, so they're like, oh shit, they're just discovering Wolves for the first time. Even though for you guys, it's like, oh, we put this song out. When did we put it out? You know, it's so awesome.
We were just having this conversation, Mark. Like, we did all the work, and now it's out there, and like, and who knows what's going to happen? Like a year from now, 2 years from now.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. And to be not to be whatever, man, but as sucky as the whole COVID-19 thing has been for everyone around the world, you know what I mean? We did have some extra time, so we took advantage of a lot of the time that we had. So we're sitting on a nice amount of music too. Like outside of like what we're doing currently, it's a lot of shit we're just waiting to just put out there, dude.
It's not bad to say you made the best of a bad situation. You know, it was a bad situation, but you made the best of it. Hey, big ups. You know what I mean? Well, what can you say about that? How can you complain? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just don't want to make it seem like, you know, it's just turn the positive from a negative. You know what I mean? Like we had gigs canceled. We had all type of shit get fucked up in COVID. And I'm not trying to say, well, it's me. Because again, it's the people that's not here because of this shit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make. I don't want to make light of that. You know, it's all.
All right, you guys. So where can I find you guys on social?
You can find us on any social media platform at The Band Wolves. And you can check out our website. It's www.thebandwolves.com. We just dropped some new merch. We got some new news. We got all kinds of stuff happening. So connect with us, please.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much for being on the show. I really appreciate your words, your wisdom, and just all the information you provided for me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, you guys. Thank you very much. Take care.
All right.
You too. Peace.
Mm-hmm.